Okay.
I'm good.
Okay, all good. Then I've started the recording. Let me see. And we also have Tor André Lunde. Hi to you too. Okay. So you can see my screen, and let me give next page. Let's see. So this is just my kind of warning sign. Um, I do this recording so that we can show it to others later on, and also if you have a lot of sound, then mute. If you don't have a problem with the sound, then that's okay. Speak when you want to. If many of us start to talk in at the same time, try to raise your hand if everybody wants to say something. And that's it. So I just wanted to comment on that. I'm kind of happy that we have a lot of traffic to the site, and I see that most of it is actually also from mobile. And I wanted to comment on this. A few weeks back, we had a video from Finland. So then suddenly Finland was on the top of the chart. And I thought it was kind of interesting that a female came, a young one, and then they had made a video about UFOs in Finland. And then during that video, they were recommended to go to Hestalen. So they came, and once that was put out, we had a lot of people from Finland showing up. Well, nice to see that it goes up on the charts like that. But as you see, we actually have visitors from all over the world. So I'm quite happy about that. Um, and Scott Discane, I think that's how to pronounce it. If that's wrong, please correct me. He's coming to the field trip, and he made this documentary, Not Alone. I think it's back in the 90s. So he has this theory that maybe there's something up in the stratosphere, and maybe when there is energy and places like Hesdal, maybe there's some energy that they are attracted to. So that's his theory, and it's kind of cool that he's coming, and then he's gonna see if he can do something to invite whatever he thinks is up in the stratosphere down, so we can take a picture of it. So we've had a meeting with him, and he will come. Um, this is actually now on the page itself. I have put out more details about the program. Um, so I will not spend much time. I will go to the site itself, and I also have a sign up for those who can. And Robin would like to come, but he can't come on this initial day. So, but for those who can, it would be nice if you can go there and just sign up so I can see how many people will come. This is just for the cafeteria, just kind of meet each other, uh, um, have some breakfast, and you probably need to do some shopping anyway. So this is in the centrum of Ålen. So, and I will be adding some other tours with some details, like step by step, where we're gonna go, what we're gonna see, what's gonna happen there, and then we travel to this place. So I will add all these details and probably have a small price tag, not much, but like when we have if we have a little bit of food somewhere, like if I one time I want to rent a room, and then maybe we just order pizza. So then I'll put a little price tag so we can order for those who sign up, and that's it. So yes, and then you have seen this poster on the page. Now I have this in a print. So please send me an email and give me your address if you want some and want to put them up on a library or a community house or a shopping mall or anything like that, because I would like to hand it out. This one does not have a year or a date on it, because what we found last year is that we made a nice colorful poster, we put it up, and then September was over and you had to take it down. because it said 20, September 24. Okay? So this time I thought, okay, I don't want to have dates or anything, but you have the link, field trips, you go there and you see what you get, and they can stay there. Okay. Very short about the newsletter. Please ask people to sign up. Um, uh, we will try to write on a regular basis, not too much, but whenever we have some nice pictures, then or something that is happening, it's an easy way to send out information. A little bit about the status. We are about 22 on the team. 5, 6 of us are active. We would like more of the team members to be a little bit more active. So but there are a number of them that are useful and helpful whenever I have a question. And I had to make a line over this project member because I had a colleague that was working on a project for me, but then she got assigned to another job and then she has no time. So that's how it will be. But if we have projects, and now I have on the page itself, you click on the projects, I have a list of things that I would like people to help me with. And maybe you will not get an email, but you can have a project email. And maybe you don't want to be a team, part of the team, but you'd like to do this work. So that's the way. We have only 35 paying members, about this. The number of Discord members has gone up a little bit, 1,300 and so. And YouTube is still low. So I'm showing you this because please share. Okay. And the financial situation was bad. And then we only had like 12,000 Norwegian krona. But then Erling did something with the company and they paid him 37,000 for some pictures and videos. So now suddenly we have 54,000 and I'm happy. That's a little bit. So now we can start to plan what do we really want to buy. And I have a long list, but it's also interesting to discuss it. I'm going to shut up soon. We don't have Lee on the link now on here. Maybe he will show up later on, but he sent me this link, UFO map. You can see in this agenda, you can see the link to it, next UFO map. So what he has done, and you can also see the code on the GitHub. So all of this is made by him. So you can navigate on the map, and let me see, I can actually go there and have a look. This is it. Short tour. Okay. Can I skip it? No. Oh, he has edited this. I haven't seen this before. Okay. Okay. Tutorial. Done. Okay. So now I can actually zoom around.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. And as you see these places. So when I click on one of them, you will have the short description. And
Mm-hmm.
the moment you have this, then of course it's you can add to it. So you have a look and then you give some feature requests. Because like if it's in Norwegian, maybe we can just annotate this is Norwegian and you can have automatically translated to English. Things like that.
Ah, cool.
Definitely possible. So then you can actually go and look at the good old sightings that has been put in. So as you see now, this is UFO Norway,
That's huge.
and this is the MUFON database,
Uh-huh.
and he's just put it all in. So
Where's Hesdellen?
no, there's none. We gave him the data, but maybe you have to massage the data to make it actually fit
Yeah.
into the database. But that's the thing. I mean, I think if you search now for Hesdalen, you only get a few. You see, Hesdalen. Okay, enter. So there's only a few here in the system.
Okay. Okay.
See the paper report, but we do have a lot, and he could, and he probably will import the rest as well. So, but what I think is cool about this is that there is a system, we can use it, we can extend it, and there are many systems, but I would like to be able to find out what am I actually looking for. Can I ask this system for like, where are the observations with green color or orange color or triangular shape and stuff like that. So, but I think it's kind of cool. Yeah. So you can also, but once again, if you go to what we have now, report the sighting, this is my very simple one, and I simplified it and simplified it, so it's just Norwegian and English. What did you say? Where? Give your email and your name and possible phone number. So it's just like where and what. Because if I have that, then I can contact whoever, and then I can ask them, what did you actually see, and get into a dialogue. I also put at the bottom here this other one. This is Enigma, and this works on the web, on the iPhone and Android, and it's kind of cool, definitely cool. But the problem with this one is, of course, it's a company making it, and I have no control over the codes. So if I want to do something, I can't do it. I can't do it. But what I can do is that we can use whatever we have of data, and we could give it to others, so that we can actually kind of share the data in between the different databases. That's what I'm hoping. We can start that discussion. Okay. So, okay. Lee may show up, and then we can ask him more about it. Now, who is Marek Pietrov? He
is in the Discord.
he is in Discord. He should be here now, because I want to say thank you, because
I invited him.
you did invite him.
Yeah, but I guess he can't make it.
Oh, okay. Now I'm just saying that go to Discord. This is not for you to read. Go to Discord and look at the blue box capture, and there's so much information. And it's Psyche and Rainer and Marek, and doing such an amazing job. And I think that like he is asking, what is this and what is that, and I've seen something, and it's like, so there's a lot of discussion. And would you like to comment a little bit? I have some more pictures now. Look at that.
All right.
Yeah. And Rainer, what is this?
Yeah, that's typical pictures when there is our water droplets in front of the lens or the lens cover of the camera.
Yeah,
Then it
yeah.
looks like this. Can be quite fancy.
It can be, yeah. And sometimes when the cars drive by,
Yeah.
it looks amazing. Yeah. Yeah. And I have this one.
Yeah, this is actually a bird on the right. So we weren't sure, but then do you have the other pictures? Yeah,
I have one
we
more.
looked at the full video, and then at the end you can see that it spreads its wings. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's kind of cool when you see it like this, coming in like this, and it really looks like a rocket, a little drone or something, and then opens the wings.
And we really have to be careful, because sometimes the birds fly with these wings attached to the body for a really long time. So if this bird wouldn't have spread the wings here, maybe we wouldn't know for sure what it is.
Yeah.
Well, just one question. It seems that when it's have a quite high speed, at the start,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
seems that the camera is doing something,
Doing
it's
something?
doing. Yeah, it seems that it's not like a bird. It's something with graphics. Is it? It's quite unfamiliar,
Do you mean the motion blur?
Yeah, the
because
motion,
it's going so
the
far.
motion
Yeah.
blur, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
quite
We
significant.
can't control the shutter time of this camera.
No, of course.
Yeah.
I was just
Yeah.
so quite different.
So it's very good to have the video of everything. Definitely, yeah. And then you have this one. Let me see here. This is the first picture with nothing. because this you sent me 5 pictures.
Hmm.
Nothing, something, and I was like, where's the something? And it's here. And then next one, it moved down here, and this is from here to here in it's
40 milliseconds.
40 milliseconds between. Okay. And then the last one is down here. So this is it
Oh,
was-
wow.
And then this is the 5th one, and it's gone. So I zoomed in to the one in the middle, and all of them have kind of this shape. So could it be a droplet that is just falling down?
I mean, discussion is going on. I think it's quite unusual because for raindrops, we see lots of raindrops. Normally, there are dark streaks without any glow. Insects and stuff, they always leave a trace on the dark stacks also. And also, when they are illuminated from the suns, I've never seen something like this. So, one user in Discord, Psyche, says, yeah, maybe it's an internal reflection of the camera and the lens, which is also possible, of course. I'm just wondering, the sun is not directly out at that point in time. It is behind clouds. Still, there can be reflections. But I looked at very, very many of these pictures, and we have seen reflections on other places. And at least this would be a new kind of reflection. I've never seen it. And I sent it to Erling, and he said, in his opinion, that's the phenomena.
Oh, okay. So now I'm thinking like what they have at Würzburg with their camera. They have
Yep.
2 camera, not too far apart. It's like a meter and a half or something like that. Is it?
Yeah, I
Last
think
time?
even less, maybe
Even
half a
less.
meter, 40
Oh,
centimeters
okay,
or so.
okay.
But they don't have anything on their camera. So I asked him,
You asked
Marvin,
him.
if he has something at that point in time, and he said no, at that time stamp he doesn't have anything. A little bit before, but minutes before and behind. And he sent me 2 videos, but it was you could clearly see it was like insects, like flies, directly in front of the camera. So nothing bright.
Nothing. Okay.
But I mean, they also filter out a lot of stuff, or I mean, the rules that it is getting recorded are quite strict. I think in his talk he said, for example, it must be present in more than 1 frame. And I mean, this thing
Yeah.
is only present in 3 frames
Yeah.
and at different locations in the picture.
Yes, very
So
different.
maybe the detection system doesn't catch it because it's just 1 frame at 1 location, and then next frame another location. Maybe it's not recognizing it.
And that's why I think it's so important that we have people like Marek that is looking at frame by frame, because then
Yep.
suddenly we have people that we have pictures that we need to look more deeply into. If we just have a system, we may not be able to catch it.
They can't see you. They can only.
Yes, he can. That's not fun.
Sorry, dear.
Oh, okay. Let me see. A hand was by who? Open the queue so I can see who was first. Christian.
Yeah, regarding the reflection, I was wondering
Because I am not.
how could the reflection be in 3 different spots in like the 10th of a second? Would that be possible at all? How would it move so quickly, like from frame to frame?
I mean, Psyche says inside the lens everything is quite close together. I hope I'm summarizing it correctly.
Yeah.
So even if there's a small movement of whatever is causing the reflection from outside, maybe that's enough to move the reflection across the image sensor in a very short amount of time with very little movement.
All right.
Could be. I don't know. Yeah. Maybe it's an explanation which could be possible. I have no idea.
All right, thank you.
Tom André.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes.
I was wondering, is it just the pictures or do you have a live video of it?
We have a video, but you have to look very, very closely because it's like gone with the blink of an eye. So we have the live video. It's uploaded onto the Team Drive. I can link it to you in the chat if you want to. And it's very, very short. So it's very easy to miss. So it's really just
Is it possible to measure the speed when you're comparing the three pictures together?
I mean, we
If you know what
don't
I mean.
know. Yes, we don't know how far away it is. I mean,
Okay.
it could be a hint that it is in front of the trees. So this would be maybe a possibility to have like a minimum or maximum distance where it
Yeah.
is. This would
Because,
this is a good idea.
Yeah, I just was wondering because
Hmm.
if it is, did anyone say that it might be a raindrop, or was that a possibility?
Yeah, it was a possibility. Of
Yeah,
course,
but-
if you have the raindrops which are quite close to the camera,
Yeah.
then of course they also travel quite some distance within just 3 frames.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Okay.
You can see the video now. Do you know about when it happened?
More.
Let me think. When was it?
1 minute and something?
Right front.
I think it was 1638. Something. If you open the stack, you can see it when they
16.
Just let me check.
Okay.
Give me a second.
16. Oh, okay. 16.
16, 8, 37. 16
16.
hours, 8 minutes, 37 seconds, around that.
5. So this is here. 50.
Video, and it's video time, so 16 o'clock, 8 minutes.
Okay. 16, 2, 3, 4.
No, that's the
Oh,
that's the 20. You have to look on the bottom right,
Oh,
the
here, this
time in
one.
the video frame. Yeah, 16
one.
o'clock, 8 minutes.
16 o'clock, 8 minutes. Uh-oh. 8, 14, 12, 10, 16, 8.
8 minutes, yeah, and around 37 seconds. So you can play it, but I have no idea if the transmit encoding will be so fast.
Yeah. So
16, 8.
Where should we look in this picture
in
now?
here, in this here.
Okay.
So
And around.
Oh, but you
30
had,
seconds.
it's the other camera. You have the video from cam 1. We need cam 2.
oh, wrong camera.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, and then is it this one? Cam 2.
Yeah, this one.
Okay, now I have 16:08. So 16, 6, 7, 8. Oh, a little bit here. Okay.
Yeah, you can leave it running. But it's,
Okay.
like I said, it's really super fast and easy to miss.
Have we passed it already?
No.
No. It's
16, 8, 37.
37. And you hear the sound of the 37. Come on. And you hear the cows.
A little bit where you can see this S slope of the street, a little bit
Just
above
up here.
in the horizon. Yeah. So it must be almost now.
35, 36. There.
Ah, there it
Oh!
You see
Wow.
it?
Yeah, that was fast.
Yeah.
It was definitely fast, yeah. So,
Yeah.
Yeah. It may look from the live video. The first thing I think about is actually a raindrop,
Yeah.
but
It's just a single raindrop then, which would also be weird.
yeah, it will.
yeah.
But it looks like it's quite quite close to the camera, or is it just me?
It's really hard to say. I have no idea. Like I said, I looked at very many of these pictures, and something like this I have never seen.
Yeah.
Of course, it could be very close to the camera and something falling off the mast, maybe a dead insect or whatever. But it is so bright, so
Yeah, at the
it's
same
really
time,
strange.
it looks like
This
it's
is
rolling
usually
or something.
covered up a lot with drones around Europe.
Say again?
And is it actually going a straight line?
Yeah, it looks like it does.
Yeah.
And you can see that it's in the front of the trees, so
Yeah.
you have this. You can measure that
Mhm.
in between the camera and the trees.
Yep.
But I think even this one has a bit the same shape. There is a little bit like, you see, even now at the bottom here. I don't know if I can zoom in. How can I zoom in? No, I don't know how to zoom in.
But you can also see that it is on the top right. You can see something above it.
Yep.
Yeah, there.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, on the frame 2 and 3, there is this extra small light, and the third one, that's the second picture. It's on the top right. On the third one, it's somewhere else, the small extra light. And on the first one, I don't see it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
That's interesting.
Okay. So yeah, ask James.
Oh, yes. I have a couple of films I've recorded. Can you go back in time and look at the time on that and play it back if I sent you the date and the time?
Yes, I can upload the original videos if somebody has something to the drive, and then you and everybody else can have a look at it.
Wow, it's saved. Well, thanks. I never knew that. I've got a couple I'll send you.
Yeah.
It just will take a little bit of time because at the moment we have problems with the internet
Well,
connection.
not now, but tomorrow, the next day, or email. Yeah, I'll send you. Sure.
Per email or on Discord. Yeah, like Marek is doing it all the time. So if he finds something and he tells me what video files he would like to have, and I upload them.
Wow, that's great.
So if you haven't been in Discord, I'm gonna go there now, and you can see that they have. Am I in this one? Let's go to the Blue Box Capture. What? Blue Box Capture? Yes, here. So this is where all this discussion is going on. There's a lot of discussion. So I do recommend that you go into the. See, this is.
He is really good. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you can really learn from this.
Okay.
And also, you see, Rainer is here in between. So if they upload something here, you uploaded this once.
Yeah,
You
that's
can
the
have a
zoomed
look at
in
them.
images.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the first one without this extra light, and the other two you could see
Yeah,
there is
this
this
one.
extra
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. So you can go far back on this one. There's such a lot. So if you use Discord, or you just send an email and ask for it, then you can see this is actually on the bottom of the page. It has Blue Box Pictures. You find it here.
Oh, yeah.
You also find it on the projects, and you see this Stream Stacker, and it's explaining a little bit. And you go to the same place, the Blue Box cameras. So on this one, you have everything. I mean, you can go back to 24 December,
Wow.
and you can see each day.
Okay.
And on this one, I don't know why I made it blue. Probably because there is a meteor drop. I don't know where it is, but there's somewhere. Let me see. Oh, don't do that. Let's see. There's probably a nice meteor drop somewhere. Oh yes. You see it? Did you see it? Let's go back. That's
In the middle of the frame, yeah.
And it's just there, coming.
That's similar to what I saw.
So that's how it works. We put the stack in here.
Okay.
And the stack is just the pictures. So you go through these. And I have actually tested out if I could just mark and say this is an airplane. So I can use the annotation of Google Pictures. Here's another one. Because if you see all of these are going like that, but this one does not follow the same pattern.
Oh.
So is that an airplane or a meteor or something like that? I don't know. I just add a question to it. And here you see. So it is possible to do annotations like this. What is this? What is this? See? Okay. So if people wants to do that, I'm not quite sure how I can extract that information yet. maybe I can. It should be possible. But some of them have a lot of data on it, like these
Yeah.
coming like
These are all small meteors. Yeah.
meteors. Yes. So
The
some
lines
lots
are
of
the lines are dashed because they are moving very fast, and we run with 25 frames a second. And for the stacks, I only stack every second frame.
yeah.
So if there's something really fast, you get a dashed line because it is traveling so fast
You
just within this frame.
skip a little bit. So, and you have dark and light images. So this is, as you see now on this blue box, stored cameras all the way back to the last field trip we had. Hopefully not too many days that are missing, but are we missing any days when the internet is down? Could be.
No.
No.
I mean,
Because
I have it all, but maybe half a day from the last 2 weeks is missing, but the rest not. And I mean, between the field trip and until it got really running, there was a little bit of a delay. That's why it starts in November. But since November, I think we have everything.
yeah, but this is also why I have on my front page, because we'd like more hard disk. Yeah, and more engineers. Okay, let's go. But it's like there's so many things we could do here. We have talked to what was his name, Richard, at with the scientific cameras.
Yeah.
If we could find a trigger mechanism, but then also we need to train it. Now we have plenty of data to train, whether it's a trigger mechanism or because then we can run the video. And a trigger mechanism has to be on site in the blue box or in the box, because what we have to do is to, and correct me if I'm wrong now, Rainer, I think that even if we have scientific cameras that are recording a lot, I mean that's eating terabytes as far as I understand.
Yeah.
You can do recording, but you have to throw it away after maybe 10 minutes. You have to throw it away, or
Yeah, I think I once estimated if you have a 1 gigabyte per second, gigabit per second camera, I think it's 10 terabytes a day.
yeah.
I mean, it would be manageable, like to store it for 1 or 2 days. You would need 10 or 20 terabytes.
Okay.
Then you go through the stacks, maybe in the future with some automated system, maybe by humans. And then you say, okay, there's something in the stacks which is really interesting. I not only want the compressed stream from the stacks, but also the scientific camera stream.
Yeah.
So it is possible, but yeah, we need
Yeah.
the hard drives and maybe some engineers who help me.
Yeah. So
I'll
we
see if
have,
it's still there.
say again.
I'll see if it's still there. I'll research it, the date and time.
Yeah. That's nice. So then we have the stacked images are put on the internet so everybody can go and have a look, but they are kind of put on top of each other, but it gives you a help, like maybe there's something there. I don't know. Could you actually see this this one on the stacked image?
Yes, that's how we found them.
That's how
Yeah.
you found them. Okay.
So these pictures are not real pictures from the video. These are not stacked. These are how it was
Yeah.
in the video.
Yeah.
But Marek found exactly this one in the stacked images and asked me, okay, can you please give me or upload the original video?
Yeah.
And then I stacked not every second, but every frame of the video. And then we saw, okay, it is present in 3 frames.
So basically, you got only one frame on the
Exactly.
stacked image.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yes. So if there is something on only one frame, you may lose it.
Exactly. Yeah. We might miss it if it is something
yeah.
in just one frame.
Okay. But
I mean,
if
yeah.
you have 2 frames, then you will get it. So the stacked images will give you an indication, and we may use that after to kind of analyze it. If you say that we can store the scientific camera for like 2 days, and we transfer the stacked images, we can say looks like something is of interest here, because we have a process that goes through it automatically, and then we can go and get that last day or previous day.
Maybe the minute with the event, the last day.
Exact. That minute, yes.
Yeah.
So in a way, we have a picture of how we can do it. and I also think it's kind of interesting because I was just reading about Bob today, the other camera system, and they are talking about the pan tilt zoom. They're working on that. But when we discussed it, particularly with Richard, he basically said that it's better that you have your camera looking this way, the scientific camera looking the same direction, instead of trying to find it. Because if you have a lot of data, then you can go into that data later on. So that's what we're aiming for now. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Do I have anything else? Let me see. Yeah, look at that. When we go to the field trip this time, we hope to have some equipment that we have bought or made, but we also have the system that you made last year.
Yeah, yeah. It's basically some battery-operated data loggers which record temperature and humidity, but most importantly, the magnetic field of Earth. Because there are reports that the magnetic field changes for like 18 degrees within 2 days, and then it's going back. And that's why last year we put some data loggers out to see if there is some changes in the magnetic field, because then we would record it definitely on these. They were out for roughly a week during the field trip, some a little bit longer. And yeah, I'll bring some of them also this time, and then we can put them for a week on different locations, maybe more spread out. And then we will collect them after a week again, and then we can see if there was something anomalous.
And the goal that we have for the other data loggers that we are making now, or at least what I have set up as a goal, is that we can actually put them out permanently, so that we have a solar panel and a battery, and then we actually have a 4G connection, so we can send the data and get it into the data system. Yeah, this is what you're playing with.
Yeah, that's the current state. The rest will follow.
Okay, that's it. Yeah, no, this is just I did. Who sent me this? That was you, Robin, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's me.
Yeah. So there is this system, and I guess it gives. Have you tried it? Do you have it?
No, I'm going to buy it in July, but it's been used in Skinwalker Valley in Utah, USA.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And this is made from a well-known sensor developer in United States.
Yeah.
I don't know its name, but there's a website that's have a lot of information about him.
Yeah.
And they got detection, like they got visual sighting of a UAP while the sensor was going off on this equipment. And this equipment is like focused in on 1.6 gigahertz. That's supposed to be going off when there are anomalies in the sky or alongside the ground.
Yes. I'm gonna contact him for sure. I want
Yes,
to know
do
more.
that.
Yeah, and I definitely want to see if we can put it now. Rainer, you came a little bit late because we got some money from a project that Erling did. So now we have 55,000 on the account.
Euros, I hope.
No, sorry.
Okay, yeah, but cool.
Yeah, but
Great.
still, so we could actually buy one of these.
Nice.
And you made me book one of these starter kits. So now I'm just waiting for the work. I have to find out how to do this. But I also found out that they have. Have you tried this editor and cloud system?
Yeah, when it was in a very early stage, and I was not convinced, so I always install the software locally to program it.
Okay. But it looks very interesting, so I'm very excited to play around a little bit with this, because it also does a lot of things, like you can apparently get some logging in their system. I'd like to know about that. Ooh. So this is basically what we have in the valley. We have these two cameras. We have a MUPAS. And James, do you know about this MUPAS?
Oh, web, no, I've never seen that before. I
Okay.
can't remember if I have.
I will go to the site, Experience Studios, and store. And as you see, there's also a watch
Ah,
that we have put on
Oh.
a person. And if I'm correct, maybe Eric, could you comment a little bit about your experience with the watch and with the MUPAs?
Yeah, it's not on me, but a friend of mine,
Yeah.
and he has been experiencing a lot of different things.
Yeah.
So that's operative. It's donating data to the server in US, but I haven't heard any alarms go off yet. But
Now, when are there alarms on this watch, or is that
I think
you
it's quite simple sensors there.
yeah, well, simple, but there is a lot of. Let me see. Go back to the store and go back to where is this one again? People, why are they here? Here, this is it.
Yeah.
So it does have a lot of sensors to it.
Yeah, but I got some. I had maybe next time I can go. I just received some answers to questions I had.
Yes.
So I will go through it, and then you will get the real.
Yeah, get the real answer.
Because
Yes.
I don't think it's how all this, but maybe that's the vision. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
But MUPAS is different.
Yeah. Do you also have this microwave spectrum
Yeah.
and
And
this
so,
radiation?
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm testing that one and compare it with my own.
Have you tested RF? Have you tested RF?
Yes, I've tested RF, but when I look at you have to log into the server, and then the data is presented with the graphs, but the graphs are without units. It's normalized, and I've asked for what is the units for all the sensors, and how do they normalize it. It seems that they sort of treat the data with an AI engine, which is learning, try to pick up the deviations, So it seems it's focusing to find deviation from for example, in the statistics. So I as a physicist, I want to have the real data.
That's good, yeah.
Can you put it on AirSpy, for example? This equipment you have, put it on AirSpy?
AirSpy, yes. I'm going just in the web interface and then log into something.
You see the graph, how you see it
Yeah.
on the web interface.
So
like this.
I have some questions. I have got some answers, and I think I will go further into it because I want to have a more detailed description of the AI and something. But it seems that this is designed to get hold on because it's lots of data. So he uses some AI tool to extract. Maybe it's the same as in the cameras in Hessdal. Lots of data, trying to find the interesting thing, the peaks. So it seems to function like that, but I'm trying to find a spot using this MUPAS which give me an activity, you know.
Yeah.
So the guy who has this Bosch has lots of activity, but he hasn't got any Wi-Fi connection.
Yeah.
Does it
So-
measure the Schumann resonance? Schumann resonance?
I
No?
don't think so.
Oh, okay.
But I'm now testing here. I'm trying to test it and compare it with my own equipment, just to see that I get the same value. But the data in the MUPAS is normalized, so it's difficult to compare. That's my problem now. Yeah. So I have a dialogue with Jim. So
Yeah.
I'm
That's very
trying to
good.
find out. Yeah.
So we have this one MUPAS in the valley. So basically, we can, if there are anything
Yeah.
that we want to check, we can go and see if there is a peak, because we can go
Yeah.
back in time. And this one is in your house, and the
Yeah.
watch is on
And-
the on the
Yeah.
wrist of.
I have tested I have tested this equipment and my own equipment in spots with paranormal activity,
Mm-hmm.
just to test if
Yeah.
and I actually got some high radio frequency radiation
Okay.
with which is 200 times the average,
Okay.
and that's something Jim Segala also have measured in US. That's quite typical. So it seems to be an indication of high, microwave radiation.
Mm-hmm.
So where's the source? I don't know. But to find out it more scientifically, I need a much better equipment, I think. But it's an indication.
So there are first of all, there is one reason I wanted you to test this is also to see if we could put a solar panel and a battery and also put this onto a Wi-Fi like 4G connection out in the field.
Yeah.
So
So I get some data. I get some data. I'm checking on the server. I'm just validating the data now.
Yeah.
So there seems to be it gives some values, but I have to validate.
Yeah, by all means. So I'm just happy for all the testing that is
Yeah.
being done, and the same with the Reiner's equipment. Basically, the thing is that if we find some sensor data that are of interest, then what can we make, and how can we make it cheaper than if we go and buy something like this, because it doesn't have to look nice as long as we can put it into a box and hide it somewhere up in the mountain and put up this battery and solar panel.
I just one comment.
Yeah.
If somebody here knows about, it seems that my high peaks in radiation, it's correlated with biological effects. People feel pressure in the chest and so on. So it's correlated to that one, and that it seems that must be a very high peak in my, which is maybe milliseconds, because I have equipment which is dot logging every second, but that's too coarse.
Oh, okay.
So I think I suspect that actually to get this, I have seen research report, like Gary Knoll, which you can get these, effects on the body when it's high microwave radiation. But of course, if it's very high, it could not have a long duration. Then the energy deposit on the body would be very dangerous. But Jim Segala also observed that, damage in the brain in some of his cases. And it means that it's a high radiation and a long duration. But I need to find out if the MUPAS has, logging maybe every 10th of a second or more. I don't know. But I think we need a detailed machine, because the radiation is very important. So I wonder if you mentioned this other equipment. Do you know the details on that one? The Skinwalker Valley.
This UFO UAP detector. I only have the links. I can send you that. So we can also get some information about that.
Yeah, that's good. Thank you.
I was thinking actually we should buy one so we can get some experience with that. Maybe we could send that to you as well, so you can kind of compare the two.
Yeah. That's. I mean, it's very interesting stuff. I know.
And this UFO of UAP equipment is connected to your phone with an app, and
Okay.
it can stay standby up to 6 months. And
Ah.
it's going to give off a different kind of color for different how strong the signal is, and you can then see the log from this app. So you can have it in your living room or have it on out in the field and see if there's some correlation between findings.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, what's the cost of that?
Yeah.
4,000.
Yeah. Not
Dollars?
too bad. No, Norwegian.
All right.
Yeah. Let me see. Yeah. Just as a comment to this, I can actually show you here on my screen now. If you can, oh, come on, click. So what you see now is a studio, Firebase Studio, and what I did was just discussing with the AI, saying that I would like to have an application that uses the sensors that I have on my iPhone, not on my phone, Android phone, and I would like to be able to kind of type in my name or whatever home position I am at, format or log, and then log every 5 minutes, send it somewhere and stop after some time. And this is now just using simulated sensor data. So there's nothing here, but I can have some threshold. All this is just by discussing with the AI. So once this is done now, then I have the live sensor now being simulated because I'm on this one. But now it's playing that you have changes in the accelerometer and gyroscope, and then you will see that it's doing the logging, and after 5 minutes in this case it will post it. So I have a test system that I can play with some data, and I can actually start this on my mobile and I get actually live data. It's just to see what I can get and send into a database or a data lake. That's the goal of it. So when we're talking about using AI, then yeah, this was a few hours. The first time I asked for it, I got none of these buttons. I forgot the stop after, and I forgot the this one. So I said, can you please add that? And can you please add a stop after some time? Okay, here it is. That's it. So you just describe the changes you want. That's it. It's kind of amazing. Okay, that's just a comment. Me having fun. So, and I listened to Ross Cohart when he was discussing again, and they were showing the use of night vision. If somebody has experience with that, please tell me, because I see that you can go from a few thousand to 50,000. It's any change you want, any expense you want, you can put it into a night vision. Yeah, at least Christian has some comment. Thank you. Or question.
Yeah, the guys from Zond, they had night visions, and they might know one or two things about it, so we might ask them.
That's a good idea. I was thinking that I would like to have maybe just a monocular that I could connect to the camera, or some of them actually have recording, but it would be nice to know if it's possible to connect this to a camera. So yes,
There was also recently one guy in Discord who said he has one of these and it can also record. I don't remember his name right now, but yeah, we can.
Yeah, we can ask at Discord, see if there's somebody that could give us a good answer. The one at Ross Cohart, they said they were using some military grade, but that was binoculars, and I was thinking like, but I want to put it onto a camera, so look a little bit what we can find. I would, yeah, I have my Open ADS initiative just to talk a little bit about this. It's just because we've been talking to Tedesco Brothers, we've been talking to Andrew, that's his name, in Australia, and I've been talking to Iman and Achtem, and so we have talked to different people here, Andrew Morgan and Achtem Bilek and Iman Ansbro, and I would like to see if it's possible to have a system where we could collect the data, because we all have data, but can't we compare it? Can we exchange some information? So this is my Open ADS initiative, and I'm going to send out more information about that and see if people want to kind of join into that. Yeah, any questions about that? Is for me, it's just my little playing around with a data lake and knowledge sharing. But I've been also put up this press release on our site. So and yeah, after all, if we go and have a look at it, have you seen this? This is my little description of it, and I have this about. This is just going to a document, and I've already been able to get some good words from nice people. So you can have a read and see what I'm trying to do. I just like you to tell people that we are trying to do this. Any questions about it, by the way?
I just think it's very nice initiative.
Yeah, you could be part of it because you are producing videos. How do we store videos? How do we analyze videos? I mean, that's a big part of it all.
And compare it and
Yeah.
share experiences and tips and tricks.
Yeah, and how do you make a link into the? How do you extract that part that is of interest? Can you make an AI that go through the video and do it? Can we, and so on. So yeah, yeah, maybe
especially for myself, I'm not very technical when it comes to analyzing or drag information out of the videos.
Yeah.
Like I like analyze it on a scientific level. I'm not at that point, but I have I document it a lot. But if then I can share it to someone who maybe is very good at data analysis and at analytics.
Yeah.
And that then share and find more information hidden in the videos maybe.
Yeah. So that's also kind of this data collection tools and data analysis tools, and just to share the experience, because you are doing this, and I'm honestly a little bit nervous when the Tedesco brothers show us nice videos and they say, "Oh, it's on my desktop," and for me it's like, "Oh, what happens if you crash and it's lost?" So, or maybe they have a backup. I think they have a backup, but still, I just would love it if we could be able to kind of collect it and share it together. Yeah. So okay. Yeah, you'll get an invitation.
Thank you.
Yeah. Lots of things going on these days. I don't know. It's very difficult to follow everything so much. I just took this picture, and I took this picture. You have all seen both of this, I guess.
Very skeptical.
Yeah. But have you actually, in this case, I have seen videos from scientists through the ICER network. And so that is more like scientists going more into details. I don't know if I can show you that. I don't know how.
It's just the backstory that disturbed me when they say it's the size of this and they see it over a mountain far away, hitting and getting electrocuted on wires.
I agree. There's something And
And then they touch it right after.
yes,
No skepticism at all.
yes. And all of them like just take it home and let your kid play
Play,
around with
yeah,
it. Yeah,
play football with it,
yeah,
and
almost,
yeah,
yeah. And they
it seems
say,
too simple or it seems too easy.
yeah,
And if this is an hyper advanced, let's say extraterrestrial equipment technology, then getting electrocuted on a power line and then drop in front of some Colombians
yeah.
now.
Yeah. And then they say it was about 2 kilos when they picked it up, but now it's about 9 to 10 kilos. So in my head, that could be that maybe it has been soaking up water, and then it becomes heavier and heavier. But honestly, some of these analysis that I saw about the metal, and so I guess we will see scientific reports, and they've been doing X-rays and everything, and it's like it changes the structures or the metal itself changes properties over a short time. So that's kind of weird. But so let's follow up. And what about this guy? Once again, it's very interesting to listen to, and it's just like it's like definitely even he says that it's after David Grush he felt that he could come out and talk about things. So it looks like now we have 2 or 3 people after David Grush, and they are saying that more people are coming. So definitely interesting after all. I think that was it. Whew.
This with David Rush and this man, this is something I feel it's 100% real.
Yeah.
It's also similar to what I'm filming with my drones, what they saw on Nimitz in 2004.
Yeah.
So I find
Yeah.
it very interesting, and it's good that more and more come out and say what they see.
Do you have some videos you could show us?
Yeah, I was just wondering, can you expand on what you're filming?
I don't know how to do it, but I have a lot of
It's-
videos.
If you have it on your screen, then you can share screen. It's the middle
Is it-
button there. The one that is a square and an arrow up. Then you
Present
choose
now.
if you have the opportunity to do it.
Chrome window.
Yeah,
The whole
then it's
screen,
only
the whole
one
screen?
window, or you can choose either window or the entire screen.
Like this.
Yeah, we see everything. So now we see whatever you have on your screen, we see.
Ska vi se. I can show you the original video that got me into all of this.
Yeah. You can, yeah. Thank you. Oh, okay. There was something there. Yeah. That's like the rain droplet we saw earlier today. It just bloop.
And from that video, everything started. And from that, I have another interesting, more detailed. Is it this?
Let's see.
Follow this side, follow here. It comes very fast down the side of the mountain, from the left corner, down there.
Okay, I feel I can't blink.
Yeah, it's very small. But the recent catch I got is this.
Where are we supposed to look? Oh, okay.
Look in the middle.
Yeah, I think I saw something. Yeah.
It looks a little bit like a bird flapping, and the underside of the upper side of the wings is maybe white, now they're black, and that's why it's coming and going.
100% no bird.
Okay.
Okay.
I've been on this mountaintop maybe 200 times
Uh-huh.
in the last year, and I've seen eagles, I've seen everything. It's not a bird, not a
Okay.
drone.
Yeah, I saw it.
And
Can I ask a question?
Yeah,
Shoot.
Which mountain is this? Is it in Norway?
yes, Mount Gaustatoppen. It's the tallest
Ah.
mountain in southern Norway.
Okay.
Just a moment. Is it?
It's not like you got a lot of time to prepare.
This is slow motion. I don't know if you maybe see it, but here is multiple 9 orbs flying around. It usually starts around here. But still, it's very fast, and it looks like they appear out from the mountain, and they can come and go when they want. They go under the camera along there, a lot down here, from this side and down here, and disappear here. You see this?
Ah, I saw it, yeah.
Okay.
Look here. There,
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
there's one. And it's like it was a lot of them, and that's why it was so strange. And there was wind this day coming from the west.
Okay.
And
Have you seen it
everyone,
with your own eyes?
Hmm?
Have you seen it with your own eyes?
just blinks, but it's everything I got is in high speed.
Yeah, because it looks like they are moving pretty fast.
Yeah, it's one of my videos. I used the program, and from one frame to another frame, it counted 16,000 kilometers.
Wow. What kind of drone do you have?
DJI Mini 3 and DJI Air 2S.
Okay.
And this is what was some kind of interesting, because this is one of those coming up alongside the mountain. I see if I found the video, but here is zoomed in original, and here is played with upscaling. And every one of these go alongside the mountain is covered in some kind of white mist or some fog, and moving in high speed.
Is
But
it?
what?
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but is it a big rock or is it a whole white thing?
That's the interesting question, because I try to figure out what's inside this fog.
Yeah.
But it's like it's very hard to find it. But the closest I got was like it's something black or something in the middle.
Yeah.
You can see it kind of like there, and like this. And the Navy pilots in the Nimitz case described a black cube inside a transparent sphere.
Yeah.
And I don't know, but
So that one you showed now is kind of when it was coming out of the mountain, as you said?
it's from this video.
Oh, okay.
Look around here. It's original.
Oh, yeah, I saw something. Yeah.
So it's going up alongside the mountains, down the side of the mountains, or this is black and white slow motion up from the mountain coming up here.
Yeah.
And then there's a bird over here starting to move exactly when it's starting to come out of the mountain. I have that on video too, but that's the original. Yeah, but enough of me.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's
Thanks for
nice.
sharing.
Nice. Yeah, it would be fun to see if we get anything like this in Hessdalen when you. We've had some weird things about drones, but
I don't know. I don't know, but it seems like they are interested in drones. Go on whitefastmovers.org
oh,
and
okay.
see videos from drones all over the world. A German who has put all this together, and you can see the same exact thing heading towards the drone. Someone is changing directions just before the drone,
Yeah.
and in high speed over cities in Poland, Korea, America, everywhere.
This is basically the theory of Dr. Schrippner. He has this theory about these dragonfly, and he says that you can
Yeah.
you can invite them out. You can send up something, and they will come and check it out. So whenever there are airplanes and helicopters or whatever, and he says just send up a balloon, and they will probably come and check it up. So we could have a balloon, and we could have your drone, and see
A
if they,
balloon with sensors.
a balloon. Yes. So actually, Scott, when he comes up there, he wants to do some experiments. So we're going to discuss what he wants to do, because he wants to invite them too. So that would be interesting to see. Yeah.
Is that in the field trip?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, then I can bring my drone because I just bought one. So I can be there when he is trying to invite them, and I can hover with the drone.
Yeah,
See if
yeah.
he
More,
gets in the
more
data.
drones, the better.
Yes.
Yes.
Robin is not going to be able to meet Scott because he's coming too late. He's coming on the Thursday, and the Americans, I think there are going to be 5 of them. They're going to be there the first day, and I think they're leaving on Wednesday or Thursday. So anyway, I see that we have a number of people now who's here. Oops. Okay. Oh, I thought I saw Andrea.
Yeah, hello guys.
Oh, you are there. I can't see you on the list here. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, there you are, Andrea Bucchi. Yes.
yeah. So sorry, super late.
But now I recorded, so now you can have a look at it after.
Yeah,
Yeah,
not
if
just
you
for
want.
that. I would have liked to
Yeah.
participate from the beginning actively, but so sorry.
Robin, short question. Do you see it every time you fly with the drone or only every now and then?
No, it comes and goes. It's like they know. It's like it knows someone is there to try to capture it, and then it go quiet maybe a couple of weeks, and then I come back again, and then I catch something strange.
Okay.
In every kind of weather.
Yeah.
Do you know the name of the German guy with this website? Because I'm on their website right now, but he hides his name quite good.
You find the website?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm not sure of the name of him.
But you know it is a German guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
There was some information that he has his own home observatory also. So
All right, okay.
there was some place I found some information about him, but I'm not sure where right now.
Okay, yeah,
But
I'll have a look.
If you find something, send it to Rainer@hessdalen.org. He may wants to know. Andrea, do you have anything to comment on? Have you done anything with your project?
Yeah, well, I went a little bit further.
Uh-oh.
I had to meet with Rainer, but I managed to ditch him as well last time. So we really haven't spoken about merging the ideas, but yeah, there are a few ideas out there. I'm testing the wireless sensor network that right now just consists of 2 LoRa
Yes.
And I was also having a bit of fun trying to find some exotic ways of using sensors or the mesh network itself without having to buy expensive sensors. So, for example, the signal to noise ratio between the nodes in the mesh and how we can actually get information from things that are not like specific expensive sensors, but just the way the mesh
Okay,
works.
I'm gonna have to go. Bye.
Okay, bye-bye. Nice to see you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Like, so yeah, but nothing very cool to show you. I mean, I could show you some little things, but it's not going to be super exciting. So it's still very much on the theoretical side. But if you want, I can present and
Good to have
do
a
it.
feeling. It's work in progress. That's my motto.
So just give me a moment. I will head to a Miro board. Not share my screen. So I was programming this React application as a kind of command and control center. Actually, here is written control center, but I will explain why command. The idea is that we could deploy the nodes and monitor them in real time and check a number of things, like also the battery. There would be some alerts and what type of alert from which sensor, what is the value. Eventually, is it above a threshold or below a threshold? And what is the count, for example, in the last 24 hours of that kind of anomaly or the anomalies for one node? And I don't know if I can show, no, maybe not. So I will just show you this screenshot right now. But essentially, there would be this dashboard where we can see in real time things happening. So here, when you see something like this lighting up, it will be in real time. So we can have measurements. We can see in real time which nodes are transmitting back to the main node or hub connected to the blue box. And we can also see a bunch of more complicated things like eventual paths that the anomalies take. And some raw telemetry data. So the idea is to have this mesh for environmental sensing, anomaly detection, tracking, for it to be modular and resilient in the sense that if any of the nodes go down for any reason, the mesh can reprogram itself to in a new topology so that the new nodes can relay back to the blue box. For starters, when you have a mesh network of nodes, you're usually having a point-to-point transmission that has a relay effect. So transmission is relayed through the nodes because we will not have the coverage, for example, from the hub to each of the nodes. And if any node is missing for any reason, then the mesh will readapt and they will reroute the signals through the nodes that are available. I also would like to have the mesh having two other features. One I already talked about is over-the-air updates, meaning that we could possibly go nearby the nodes or just being in the blue box and send commands to actually reprogram the firmware on each of the nodes. For example, how they're going to fetch the data from the sensors, or maybe we want to put some new sensors on a bunch of nodes because each node can have different sensors. They don't have to have all the same things, even though if we realize like a mesh of same sensors, at least an overlap, like a basic suite of sensors that all nodes have. We can then do this mesh features that are way more eventually important than the single node measurements. But the other feature that I would like to implement is this programmability. So to have this mesh as a platform, we are not just having this static program, but we can effectively reprogram the network ad hoc, and we can run, let's say, operations scheduled or one time or whatever that will do specific stuff. What I mean by that, they could be passive, like environmental sensing operations, but they could also be active, like, let's say, decoy-based or lure-based operations, in which we would try to lure the orbs into the mesh with a variety of methods, actually. For example, I'm just describing one here. We could equip some nodes with some infrared LEDs that would act like beacons. And when an anomaly is detected by nearby sensors, we could do two things, actually. We could either use the beacon flashes to relay visually to a camera at the blue box, to, like, you know, effectively help the cameras at the blue box tracking the anomaly. But we could also use these infrared LEDs, so invisible to the naked eye, to actually attract maybe the anomaly. We could program the mesh to do some kind of game of light to try attracting things, and we can try out different patterns and stuff. This is just one of the ideas. Basically, each node would be based on this microcontroller, Heltec LoRa32 V3, with this PLNA antenna that should let us. I mean, it should guarantee up to 1.6 miles in range if in line of sight. And then there are some basic sensors like barometric pressure, humidity and temperature, and also some redundant sensors if they're cheap. Like in this case, humidity and temperature sensors are very cheap. So having two different sensors could help, so that we can effectively also discern the node anomaly from the real anomalies, because we could have malfunctions, right? We will have these nodes in possibly not the best weather conditions all the time, so things might just happen. And a magnetometer, but then there would be modules that could be hooked to specific nodes depending on the availability of the sensors, the cost, and etc. And I've just I just brought down a bunch of these. And what else? Here's a bunch. Yeah, describing potentially passive and active modes, but this is all to be tested, so I wouldn't really like to talk about it. And then, yeah, just some sample packet structures for the messages being relayed. So there could be telemetry messages that are the common ones that are always sent to the hub from the nodes, and they could look something like this. But we could have these anomaly alerts that would also be sent, or commands from the hub to the nodes, and then acknowledgement messages back from the node to the hub. So, for example, if we want to program the net and we have an operation scheduled at 8 every night, that would light up the mesh with these IR LEDs beacons. Then for each command issued to each node, we would receive an acknowledged command back to the hub saying, okay, the node is ready to, and it has set his mode to passive or to active. Yeah. What else? This is still very in the infancy, but maybe one more thing. I started looking into alternative powering systems for these nodes, because solar or
Wind.
or little wind turbines or whatever else might not be enough. And one of the things that I was thinking is this kind of rain-powered gravity battery system with a counterweight and a vessel that would be filled up with rainwater. And yeah, but basically by controlling the lifting up and down of this weight and counterweight, we could actually produce electricity through a dynamo. But this is something that is even, extra with respect to the actual mesh. So it would require us a little bit more time and resources, I think, to really test it.
We have a question from Robin.
Yep.
Yeah, is this deployable with self-sufficient battery? Can you put it on, if it's not so big, can you put it on like a smaller type of battery for smaller tests in, for example, in the airspace?
Yeah, definitely. And not just that, but drones can actually carry one of these nodes. And by being dynamic, by not being static, we can actually bring the coverage way farther than we could with the actual nodes. So if we know that there is an anomaly present at the edge, let's say, of the mesh, and we don't have coverage, but we have drones that can just depart from the blue box or from wherever else, we could in theory equip the drones with one of these nodes and just fly them around and increase the network, the mesh coverage where we need it.
Yeah, interesting.
I like that one. That's a good one. Wow.
Pretty advanced.
Yes, yes. Ooh, I think we should end soon with a good note, because this was also very interesting. Any questions before we try to end this meeting?
I have one thing you had to look at, Fred.
Yes.
Search on RF Explorer. RF Explorer.
Yeah.
It's a handheld spectral analyzer.
Okay.
So if you are on the move in the valley, you can have this with you in your pocket and get data everywhere from that too.
Made a note. Thank you.
Yeah.
And please, I am looking for equipment that makes sense to either bring on the field trip or so. This is a good tip. Thank you. Tom André.
Yeah, just wondering about the live cameras on YouTube over Hestdalen. They are not working. What's the problem there?
Right now?
I checked when we started the meeting.
It's been down a couple of days, actually.
Yeah. The problem is that the internet connection is limited in bandwidth suddenly. We don't know why. And so there's not enough bandwidth to transmit the live video and also to transfer the original files. And that's why we said, okay, to keep the original files without lost frames is more important than the live video. So we are in the process of getting better internet connection, but right now we only save the original videos locally and I transfer it, and The live video is paused until then.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So, yeah, I think we've Frank and Martin, I think, is working on that. Yes. So, a few days, hopefully, not too long. I don't know.
No.
Well, we got the bill already.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's it. Any other questions before we leave? It's
Whoever wants to stay in the meeting can stay. Don't close the room, Fred.
okay. I'm stopping the recording, and I did that